YouTube Shorts.
I said, I need a gun immediately, like that. The guy didn't answer, no questions. He just grabbed a 12-gauge shotgun, handed it to me. I'd never even held a gun before. I'm not a dummy. I'm like, well, I need some bullets too. And the guy reached under the counter, put 2 box shells on the counter. He said, all right, buddy, which box do you want? I didn't know. One box had a picture of some ducks on it. The other box had a picture of some deer. I said, well, what's that box with them ducks? He said, oh, that there's birdshot. And then he goes just like this, I'm not exaggerating, he goes, that won't kill a man. He said, it'll just pepper him up nicely. I said, what the fuck? Pepper? I said, well, what's that box with the deer on it? He goes, oh, that there's buckshot. That'll put a hole in the goddamn truck if you wanted to. So which box do you want? And he picked the one with the deer up and shook it. I thought he was trying to trick me. I was like, do you have a box with a picture of a white dude trespassing on it? Because it's exactly the strength I'm looking for.
Can I tell you a joke?
Yeah, please. It's getting too tense here.
A bull and a pheasant were grazing upon the field. The pheasant looked up at the tree very nostalgically and said, oh, alas, there was a time I could fly to the topmost branch of the tree. The bull very nonchalantly said, just eat a little bit of my dung every day. You will get to the topmost branch of the tree within a fortnight. The pheasant said, oh, come on, what kind of rubbish is that? The bull said, really, try it and see, the whole humanity's on it. So the pheasant started pecking at the dung. Within a fortnight, he did hit the topmost branch of the tree. He went and sat there on the topmost branch of the tree, just beginning to enjoy the scenery. The old farmer saw a fat old pheasant sitting on top of the tree. He pulled out his shotgun and shot the bird out of the tree. Many times, even bullshit can get you to the top, but it never lets you stay there.
When Eminem said,
And better put out an APB, cause it'll take LAPD and me laying in the street for you to see Shady Pete. And I bet you they'd need cleats, cause I'd have to be stomped by 40 men to suffer AD feet.
there's a slick double entendre towards the end of this bar that will blow your mind, and what's pretty impressive is that during this freestyle, Eminem is trying to prove that he will not suffer a loss in a rap battle, in his career, or any aspect of his life. So he raps, for you to see Shady Beat, it would take 40 LAPD officers to stomp on him with cleats. Then he raps, I'd have to be stomped by 40 men to suffer a defeat. A defeat is a loss, but
80 feet,
a defeat,
40 times
80
2.
feet.
Oh, I see. There we go.
So 40 men have 2 feet each.
Yes.
They have 80 feet stomping on him in total, which is absolutely impressive. Not only that, but he's talking about them stomping on him with cleats, and the song is called Kickoff Freestyle. When Eminem said,
And better put out an APB, cause it'll take you.
Surprised people are just now explaining this. Or are just now catching it, people. Come on. Come on. Catch up, guys.
I've stopped smoking weed. With black people, you didn't let me finish. Sorry, black people, to break the news so publicly, but I can't smoke with you anymore. Every time I smoke weed with my black friends, all you talk about is your trials and tribulations. I'm sick of that shit. I got my own problems. Nigga, that's a waste of weed. I'm smoking weed to run away from my problems, not take on yours. From now on, I smoke weed exclusively with white people. Calm down, motherfuckers. You win by default. You got good weed conversation. All white people talk about when they get high is other times that they got high. I can listen to that shit all night. Dude, remember at Frank's last week? It's fucking smashed, man. And catalogs everything they drink. 2 shots of Jaeger, tequila, 4 bong hits, man, beer, cheeseburger. That shit is great.
Best stare down of all time in MMA. I'll show you the best stare down. Right. Mirko Cro Cop versus Vanderlei Silva. This is the best stare down ever because Vanderlei was, his nickname is the Axe Murderer. He's a fucking savage. He was a Pride middleweight champion, bad motherfucker, just a bad mother. But he was fighting Mirko Cro Cop, who was the head of an anti-terrorist squadron in Croatia, and he's a real murderer. You're talking about a different kind of fucking straight-up killer and an elite high-level kickboxer. So look at Cro Cop on the left.
Yeah, I see him.
See, that's the eyes of the guy who's killed someone with a knife. See, there's a fucking completely different stare down here. Cro Cop's looking at him, and he's not budging. This is the first time where Vanderlei lost a stare down. Where Vanderlei was used to staring guys down, and they would be intimidated, and Cro Cop looked at him like he was dinner.